Okay. Now, I'm not going to be able to see you, so if you have any questions, go ahead and put those in the chat. And Leslie's here to, Leslie Williamson, she's our Director of Marketing, is here to answer any questions that you have. We are covering a lot today. We're not going to deep dive in any of the marketing tiles, but really the goal of this is to give you a bird's eye view of all the marketing tools that we have here at Coldwell Banker. We're going to show you where to go to learn more about those tools and kind of the next steps. So I'm going to go ahead and present this. Again, if you just hopped on, my name is Stacy O'Prey. I'm a field marketing manager. I'm located in West Palm Beach, Florida, part of the Central Florida region. And I'm really excited because there's no lightning right now or thunder. And oftentimes when I do presentations, there's loud thunder during the summer. So I will keep my fingers crossed for that not happening. If you could please mute your microphone. I have turned your camera off, but if you want to be on camera, that's fine. You can keep your camera on. And then if you have any questions, go ahead and use that chat box and Leslie will get to you. And at the end, we're going to have some question and answer where you can unmute yourself and we can chat that way. So as I was saying, this is the CB marketing experience. It's an overview of the marketing tiles. The goal of this is to just familiarize you with the marketing tools. We're not going to deep dive. You're going to leave here with a better understanding, again, a bird's eye view of the marketing tools where then you can go and take those courses. We're going to go through the tools, which tools are agent branding and promotion, which tools are lead generation tools, farming, prospecting. We're going to learn about property marketing, listing concierge, education. I'm going to give you some next steps if you're brand new to the industry or just brand new to Coldwell Banker. And then we have some helpful resources at the end. And then again, I'll open it up for Q&A if you want to come off your mic. So as your dedicated team of marketing specialists, me being in West Palm Beach, wherever you are at, you have a marketing team, whether you have 1, 2, or 3 people, you have a team that's specifically dedicated to your area. And our goal and our job is to help you market yourself, help you learn the tools that Coldwell Banker provides to help you market, where then you can sell more homes, make more money, and work more efficiently. And we call that production power, which is one of the 4 principles of Coldwell Banker, our core 4. If you've been on desk, you may have been overwhelmed when you open it up. There's a lot of tiles there. Don't worry, you're not going to use them all. You're going to have your favorites. You can remove some, you can move them around, but this is what it looks like when you first open. Obviously, this is a snippet. There are more underneath there, but this is what that desk looked like. If you haven't gotten a login, you will so from your branch manager or the sales support specialist there, and then you can log on into this desk. Each of the tiles has its own little help center. So when you're working in a tile and you have a question, you may want to just pop over to these 3 ellipses right here. That will open up a little menu that will have frequently asked questions, training issues, or I'm sorry, training resources, any known issues, things like that that you may need to know about the application itself. Or if you just have questions, you can pop in there and see if your question can be answered by doing so. On the bottom of your page on that desk, you're going to see this blue question mark. When you click on that, that's going to open up another help center where there's articles that you can read depending on what your issue is, or if you have questions on any of the tools. There's a chat box there that's very helpful. If you're having an issue with one of your tiles and it's a technical issue, you can submit a support ticket to Coldwell Banker IT. And if you need to reset your password for any reason, you can do that there. So let's go into some of the core tools and products that we have. These are the 5 main marketing tools that you're going to use And again, you may not use them all. You're going to use some more than others, but we're going to go through Design Concierge, Listing Concierge, MoxieWorks, which is a big one. That's one you're going to probably use every day. Market Quest, Prospect Square, Boost by HomeSpotter, Exclusive List or Exclusive Look, excuse me, Insight, Marketing Center, and Real Vitalize. On the desk on the left-hand side, you're going to see another menu, and there's some helpful things over here. There's information about our global luxury program. There's branding information right here. You're going to find a PDF with all of our brand guidelines, our intellectual property document that tells you how to use the logo, what the fonts are, what the colors are. You'll find that really helpful. You can download that and just file that away. Social media, there's best practices, some guidelines for agents. There's also social media classes, but if you just want to hop over and look through some of those, you're more than welcome to do that. So let's get started. Your profile is one of the first things that you want to do is go into there and set your profile. So when you open Desk, you're going to see on the right side a little picture of you if you've uploaded your picture. If not, it's just going to be a little icon. But why this is important is because most of the tiles on Desk pull information from that profile. So your name, spelling, your phone number, your email address. So you want to go in there. Your SSA or your office administrator will help you with that. They'll help you get set up. They'll walk you through this, but it is really important that you make sure that everything is correct in your profile. Now, there are some other apps that you need to have your profile updated that don't use this. It's CB Homes Admin. Listing Concierge has its own profile area. Office 365, which is your emails, anytime you want to get into your email, or if you want to create an email signature, you'll do that in there. Prospect Square has its own profile area. And we added in here realtor.com, Zillow, and homes.com. So what I normally do when I'm meeting with an agent and they're new, whether you're new in the business or coming from another company, I tell them to go Google themselves and see what comes up. Because if you're coming from a different company and you created a profile in realtor.com or homes.com, you want to make sure that everything is consistent. All of your new Coldwell Banker information is in all of those. On all your social media profiles, you want everything to be consistent across the board, because that's going to end up affecting your Google ranking. So we're going a little bit ahead there, but make sure everything is consistent everywhere. This is what it looks like when you click that little circle. You're going to have a few tabs in here that you're going to want to update. Most importantly, the About Me. Make sure your name's spelled correctly in there. You're also going to want to either copy and paste your bio in here, or you're going to want to write your bio in here, or you're going to want to write it and then copy and paste it in there. But it's important because MoxieWorks, the tile that houses our websites, is pulling your bio from this information. So make sure that's done as soon as you can get that information in there, the better, because we're going to want to work on your website and other things that that's going to pull from this information. The Office tab is really not much you have to do in there, but the Social tab, you're going to want to put your social media links in there, and then lead settings, which your SSA or your OA will walk you through. SSA stands for Sales Support Administrator, and OA is Office Administrator. So those are the people that you've probably already met with. They give you your login information, maybe tour you around the office. They are going to be very, very helpful for you. Agent brand and self-promotion. So if you've thought about a logo, branding yourself, Coldwell Banker has their very own graphic designers and copywriters. And Design Concierge, that tile and then there, will take you to the area where you can order a logo, you can create a logo, you can order business cards with that logo. All of your agent branding can be done through the Design Concierge process. They also can do your website, your MoxieWorks website they can design. They can create your Outlook signature, your email signature, brochures, anything that you can think of marketing-wise, they can help you out with. When you go into the Design Concierge tile, you're going to see a menu that looks like this. There's a la carte, different things that you can order, or you can get packages that combine some of the products in there. So if you're thinking about getting yourself, either rebranding yourself or creating a brand, start with Design Concierge because it's really feasible. They do an excellent job and they work with you on your look and your feel, and they're professionals at that, so they're good. Farming, prospecting, lead gen, and CRM. CRM means customer relationship management. So our big tile here is MoxieWorks. Like I had said earlier, this one you're probably going to be in every day, especially Moxie Engage. So when you go to the MoxieWorks tile, you're going to see, and I'm going to show you on this next slide, there's going to be 4 apps within MoxieWorks that you're going to want to be familiar with. The first one is Moxie Present. This is all your listing presentations, buyer presentations, pre-listing. This is where you create your CMA, your comparative market analysis, when you're comparing homes and you're showing it to a potential seller. Moxie Engage, again, that customer relationship management tool, is where you're going to engage with your prospects or your sphere of influence. This is where your emails and their names, their birth dates, any conversations you've had with them are going to be held in Moxie Engage. That's where those email campaigns and all that fun stuff is. Moxie Impress is a do-it-yourself listing marketing program. So you can create flyers and postcards, all sorts of things in there. And then your Moxie Websites is just that, Moxie Websites, or your website. This is what it looks like when you click into the tile. You're going to see this, and this is called your roster. You're going to have all of the different apps right up here. So you would just click on them and it would open up that specific app. You're going to see information down here. This information, again, is pulled from that CVDesk profile. So you can't change anything in there. If you have any issues with misspellings or emails, things like that, you have to check your CB profile. Your headshot's also going to come over here from the CVDesk profile. Your Moxie website. It's really important that you spend a little bit of time with your website. Now, Coldwell Banker has a templated website. So if you didn't want to do anything, you could just use that templated website. It looks beautiful. It's the one here on the top. See that information there? That's pulled from your CVDesk profile, but you can change it here. The Moxie websites are amazing. They are on a WordPress platform. So if you've ever worked in WordPress or know anything about it, it's an open architecture. So some of the best websites out there are on WordPress. They are mobile friendly. Search engines seem to favor WordPress sites. These sites are integrated with the MLS, so your listings will show up in here. You can have a team or an agent website, and like I was saying, it's on the WordPress platform. These can be used just with the template, or they can be almost totally customizable. The image you see on the bottom here is one that was done with Design Concierge. So you can use them for a low cost to develop your Moxie WordPress website. Moxie Engage, that CRM. Moxie Engage is a little bit different from any CRM I've used before. Now, if you've used something like Constant Contact or LionDesk or Boomtown, they are really those CRMs that are built for email management and drip campaigns, things like that. This program, Moxie Engage, is really like a business building program. So if you start your day with what kind of goals do you want to set? In order to get into Moxie Engage, when you first set it up, you have to give it your goal GCI. Then you can move forward. And this software works with you to reach that goal. So the more you use it and engage with the software, the more information and the more beneficial it is to you. It also gives you reminders. It gives you tasks. It's a great software, and I highly recommend the classes for Moxie Engage because this one's an important one. There are a few other things that Moxie Engage offers. One of them is a monthly neighborhood news. So you can set up your contacts to receive a monthly email that's going to have local listings. It's got a mortgage calculator. It's going to show trends in that area. And it's just another piece that is going to keep you top of mind. You don't have to do anything but set them up by zip code, or you can customize it by drawing an area, and that will be sent out to them on a monthly basis. You can also subscribe your contacts to just listed and just sold emails. So anytime you have a listing, you can tell the system to send out that just listed notification. And then once that's sold, they will also be notified that that property is sold. They also have, Moxie Engage also has holiday campaigns, those drip campaigns that you see, buyer, seller campaigns, FSBO campaigns, listing concierge, listing marketing campaigns. I believe there's about 30 to 40 different campaigns in there. So you'll find something that you like in there, depending on where your contact is in the buying cycle. You can also customize a campaign, and that is something you can learn in one of the Moxie Engage 201 classes, 301 classes. But even if you didn't do that, there's plenty of email campaigns to keep you top of mind with your sphere of influence. Prospect Square is also a somewhat of a CRM, but it's a little bit different. You're gonna want to put your contacts in Prospect Square, but what Prospect Square does is allows you to set your contacts up with market reports, area reports, quarterly reports. So these are going to show all of the listings that are active. It's going to show information about what area that you set it for that person. It's something that you can set up and schedule out. So if you want to send a contact a quarterly report of their area, let's say Palm Beach County, you can set that up, or you can set them up on a monthly area report that goes out once a month, or a market report, which is on demand. So these are just these nice market reports. They look beautiful. You can set them up. You can kind of set and forget those also. And if you're interested in this, I would definitely take a class on Prospect Square, because some agents get a little confused on why would I use Moxie Engage versus Prospect Square, and there is a little bit of a difference. There's also a newsletter in here. This is a monthly newsletter that you can set up that has national articles, and you can also add local articles. So what it is when the person opens up the email, they're going to see, let's say for summer barbecue recipes, there's going to be 3 national articles, and then you can add, if you have a event site for your city, you can add that link in there. They're semi-customizable, but they look really nice, and that's another touch point that keeps you top of mind to your sphere of influence. MarketQuest is a great tool for pulling statistics. So we have market snapshots. You can get a snapshot of your county or a zip code or a city. You can share these on your social media. You can email these out. You can even have a postcard printed. It's just another way to keep in touch, keep people up to date on what's going on in the market. And you can also see where we're at in terms of where we're ranking Coldwell Banker versus some of the other big brokerages out there. Moxie Present is the presentation. They're beautiful presentations. It was the beautiful seller presentation was just updated earlier this year. And all you need to do is go in there. You can remove pages. You can add pages. You can customize it. You can add videos in here. You can add some of those market graphs from MarketQuest that we just saw. And it's got real-time MLS data. So if you're looking to do a CMA, this is where you would do it. We have digital pre-listing presentations, that beautiful big seller presentation, buyer presentations, and global luxury. And those are for those luxury homes and luxury agents. Let's get a little into property marketing. Again, we're just going to touch on some of the ways you can market your property. One of the selling points for Coldwell Banker agents is this listing concierge. And what it is a comprehensive listing marketing program that's subsidized by CB and really helps show you as a strong agent. Not only does it market the listing, it also markets you because we have pieces that are not only digital, email, social media, website, but you can also select to have postcards sent, brochures, all sorts of good stuff, which I'll show you in just a moment. But the program is designed to help you win every listing, enhance your value proposition, and wow your seller. So there are pieces that talk about listing concierge in your listing presentation and that beautiful seller presentation. When you walk in and you're against other agents from other brokerages, your seller is going to be wowed. You're going to show them, this is all the things I'm going to do to help market your property. Therefore, eliminating the commission debate, you're worth it. You're doing all this work for the seller, and then obviously you're going to want that referral. You're also going to wow them and their neighbors when they see all your marketing materials come out. So Listing Concierge is one of our big programs here that is just so excellently run. There are 3 different packages. There's a launch package, a reach package, and a luxe package. And the pricing differs depending on where you're located. But I will tell you that the launch package is digital only. Now you can add on postcards or you can add on brochures, but just as is, that launch package is just digital. Let me show you some of the things that Listing Concierge offers. When you get a listing, and you go into the Listing Concierge tile, you're going to fill out the information and it's going to walk you through the steps. Once all the information is set up in there, you're going to be given your very own Listing Concierge coordinator. So this coordinator is responsible for all of these pieces, the design. They're going to work with you on some of the wording if you need help with that, but they're going to be your go-to personal Listing Concierge designer writer. There's an area where you can set up to order photography. You're going to get a 30-second YouTube ad, an area realtor notification. So all of the agents, not only in Coldwell Banker, but the other agents in your area are going to get an update once a week for 4 weeks with your listing information. They're syndicated. We have target online ads, Facebook, Instagram, 1,000+ sites online. Property brochures. You're going to have a single property website for that property that you can share that link out. Social media banners, you can choose from a bunch of different looks, which one you want to download and share on your social media. You're going to get a property tour, a seller update, and depending on what package you get is what you'll get in this group of pieces. But everything is consistent, it's done for you, and it's done beautifully. And we really love the Listing Concierge program. Our agents love the Listing Concierge program. So again, it doesn't just market the listing, it also markets you as an agent. Our next tile is Boost by HomeSpotter. And before I go on, the Listing Concierge, we have classes online all the time. If you have questions on Listing Concierge, you can take a class. You can ask your SSA or OA. You can ask your branch manager. You can ask your field marketing specialist. We're all very well versed in the program. And I always recommend that if you haven't done if you get your first listing or you have a first listing at CB and you want to use the Listing Concierge, I would ask your field marketing specialist just to walk you through it, because there are a few things that the agent needs to do. There are some approvals needed, and there are some things that you have to do, such as the social media post. You have to download that. So before you do your Listing Concierge package, work with your field marketing specialist. So back to Boost by HomeSpotter. This is the tile that you can use to create either branded or listing online ads. Listing Concierge actually uses this program to send those ads out, but you can also use this program on your own. It is linked with the MLS, so once you have a listing that you've put in there, give it about 48 hours and it will show up in here. It's very easy to use. If you've ever been in Facebook Ads Manager, not only is it confusing, they change it all the time. So even if you did ads in Facebook Ads Manager a month ago, the background might look a little bit different. HomeSpotter Boost, which you'll hear it called, or Boost by HomeSpotter, takes all the guesswork out of putting ads online. Again, it's on, your ad will be shown on Facebook, on Instagram, and 1,000 plus websites. You can customize a branded ad. You can use the templates that they offer, or you can even just boost that listing ad once it shows up in here. And it's relatively cheap to run those ads. Exclusive Look is our internal marketing platform. So this is where you will put information for all of the other CB agents to see the property that you have. This will come out, the sneak peek will come out to agents nationally one day before it hits the MLS. There's brokerage exclusives, there's wants and needs. If you want to poke around an exclusive look, you can do so, but it's just another way to get your listing out in front of the agents at CB. Moxie Impress, another one of those apps under the MoxieWorks tile. This is the do-it-yourself listing marketing material. You could use Listing Concierge and Moxie Impress if you want to get some extra social media pieces in here or postcards. Maybe you want to do an open house flyer. Moxie Impress has a ton of different marketing pieces. As you see, brochures, flyers, postcards, social media posts. You can get lost in here. There's a lot of great information, really good looking pieces, and all of your information is linked up to the MLS. Your headshots are in there. All you need to do is go in there, tell it what you want to create, and it'll put all that information in for you. RealVitalize is our renovation services. So RealVitalize is partners with Angie, which was formerly known as Angie's List. And they have hundreds of pre-screened home service professionals. So if you have a property that you think could use a little refresher, RealVitalize would be a great selling point when you're in this listing presentation. You may have seen an idle listing online that you might want to present this RealVitalize program to them. There is no lien on the property. There is no minimum project cost, no minimum or maximum home price. And they have a couple other things within the RealVitalize program, I believe moving and storage, staging. It's a really great program. I can send this to you. There is not only on the tile is there information about RealVitalize and those little 3 ellipses, but there's videos on training, and you can walk through the RealVitalize program with a representative from RealVitalize. If you have any questions on this, please reach out to your field marketing manager or specialist. They can help you out. Let's go into some other tools and resources to help you market yourself and your listings. Marketing Center is our one-stop shop for personalized marketing materials. There are stock photos in here. There are videos in here. It is, it's massive. There's tons of marketing pieces in here for you to customize and download. There's postcards, there's brochures, print ads, flyers, all sorts of good stuff in here. All of our holiday social media posts for Coldwell Banker are in here. So if you want to come in and download those, you already have things that you can post on your social media. We also have all sorts of other topics in here. We also have Marketing Center classes. It is very robust, so I highly recommend either working with your field marketing specialist or taking a Marketing Center class that will walk you through this. You can also print from Marketing Center, and that's printed through Express Docs, which I'm going to talk to you in the next slide. Express Docs is like our FedEx Kinko's. So here is another place where you can create custom or semi-custom postcards, there's door knockers, there's calendars, there's all sorts of good stuff in here. And they also do not only printing, but they will do direct mail. So anything that you want to have done in regards to maybe sending out a postcard, farming an area, Express Docs is a great place to start. We have some various pages that I recommend you follow. Facebook, we have our Coldwell Banker. We also have a Coldwell Banker Global Luxury page. Many of the Metro's marketing teams have their private Facebook groups. Your manager may have a team Facebook group for the office. You will find that out from your SSA or your OA. Instagram, we have our Global Luxury platform page at Coldwell Banker. If you search Coldwell Banker in the search bar on Instagram, you're going to see a bunch of different handles. You're going to see Coldwell Banker Florida. You're going to see Coldwell Banker Atlanta. So depending on where you're at, you can either ask your field marketing specialist or just do a search on the platform, and I'm sure you'll find a ton of different Coldwell Banker pages. It might be nice to even follow some of the agents and you can see what they're doing on their social media pages. YouTube channel is Coldwell Banker Real Estate LLC. We also have a CBR Field Marketing channel, which has a ton of trainings. So something like this would be recorded and put on that YouTube channel. We have probably at this point, it's fairly new, but I think we have a training video for almost every tool that we have, that we've done a class for since we've started that YouTube page. And then LinkedIn, of course, is a great one to be on. At CB Realty is that handle. Blogs. We have some great consumer-facing blogs. So if you are looking for content to share on your social media, a good place for that would be blog.coldwellbanker.com, and that's called the Blue Matter blog. You can also subscribe to have the blog. Every time it's updated, they'll send you an email. So if you're looking for content to post, you can go to the blog and just copy that link and put something in your caption and paste that link in there, and that will take your followers to the Blue Matter blog. There's also a blog for luxury, and that is blog.coldwellbankerluxury.com. Lots of good stuff in there, and they're updating it all the time. I think almost daily. So we've gone over all these different tiles, and now what? Where do we go learn about this? CBU Learning Center is another tile. So if you want to register for a class or see what different pieces of information in there, there's a learning library, there's a video library, click on the tile and it's going to open up to this page. You can start by going to the calendar and just clicking on that day and see what classes are available in your area. It's very easy to register. Just click on the class and it's going to prompt you to register for that class. You will get a reminder in your email, and most of the classes are recorded. Now, I will say, if you can't make the class, or if you have to hop off early, I would still at least get into the class, because then you'll be able to see that recording a little bit earlier than when it's posted on YouTube. The recording is going to be in the chat at the end of the class. Then we have agent pathways, which I'm going to show you this on the next slide. This is really going to take down the overwhelm of which classes to take and where do I go. It's really a pathway of learning. If you're a new agent, totally new to the business, you'd want to follow that new agent pathway. If you're brand new to the business, we always recommend taking our boot camp. I believe it's a 4 to 6 week class done by our education department, and they're going to go over all the real estate related things that you need to learn. It's a great class. We also have AMP, which is that next level class. That can either be done after boot camp, or if you're an experienced agent, but you're just new to Coldwell Banker, you may want to take that AMP class. Don't worry about the boot camp. But we have a track of courses here, recommended certifications, experienced agents, and then if you want to take your business to the next level, we have a pathway for that. So next steps. sign up for CBU classes. Those are going to be great. Meet with your branch manager, meet with your office manager, that SSA. Make sure that all your systems are set up, your email is working, you have access to the desk. Once all of that stuff is done, then you can get in and do your CB profiles, make sure everything looks good online, that everything's consistent. If you are new to the business, you sign up for boot camp. I would avoid setting a meeting with a marketing specialist until after you're done with your boot camp, because it's really important to get the foundation of real estate going before we go out and market ourselves. You may want to select a farm area. If you don't have one, maybe start local, start in your own neighborhood, start in the neighborhoods that are around your neighborhood. Set up your website. Again, your website is your 24/7 salesperson. So your website is the first thing people are going to see. If somebody recommends you to somebody else, chances are they're going to Google you anyway, or they're going to go to that website and they want to find out about you online. So that's important. That's one of the marketing things you want to do early on, is at least have that basic templated website set up. You want to start building your sphere of influence and working on that database in Moxie Engage. You may have contacts in another CRM. Marketing can help you get those out of that CRM and into Moxie Engage. You may just have a list written down of 10 family and friends that you want to add to it. Great, you got to start somewhere. So we can help you, as the marketing team can help you add those to Moxie Engage and get you up and running, because you will build momentum and those contacts will come, those prospects will come. We also have a title company, Sunbelt Title, that has a geo farming application. So if you're interested in getting some farming lists or pulling information from different areas, people's names, phone numbers, addresses, get with your field marketing specialist and we'll show you how to access that geo farm, get those contacts and get those into your Moxie Engage database. If you don't already have Facebook page, Instagram page.
Can you hang on just 1 second?
Is that
I'm
me?
trying to get this thing to be quiet.
If you haven't created a social media business page, definitely do that. Don't worry about being on every single platform. We always say go deep, not wide. So if you're not social media savvy and you just want to start with Facebook or Instagram, that's great. Make sure to master one thing at a time and don't spread yourself too thin, because years ago I was a social media manager, and I tell you what, that it is a full-time job, and don't worry about having to be on every platform. The people who you're looking to market are most likely on a certain platform, depending on their age and their demographics. We have a great social media team and social media classes going on all the time. You can sign up for those on CBU Learning Center. So if you want to learn how to set up a Facebook business page, we can help you do that. If you don't know where to find that on CBU Learning Center, get with your field marketing specialist and we'll give you the next steps for building your social online. And then get involved in your community. I think being one-on-one and out at restaurants and shops and chamber meetings, I think that's the best way to market. All these bells and whistles are important. Social is important and emails are important, but there's nothing like being face-to-face with someone and meeting them through maybe a neighborhood event that you're having at your clubhouse. Definitely sign up for your local chamber. Maybe you're in the Rotary Club. Whatever it is that interests you, whatever group that is, get involved in that, because we're really starting to, if you're not already in your brand new, you really want to get involved, because not only are you going to want to come across as a real estate expert, you also want to show that you're an expert in whichever neighborhood, or an expert in Palm Beach Gardens, or an expert in whatever area you live in, West Palm Beach. So when you're out and about, people will see you. When you're out and about, you can also take pictures at places and use that for your social media. But I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, because I get excited about stuff like that. Staying in the loop, CB Briefs. This is an email that will come every Wednesday around noon. It's messages about updates, things that you need to know that are coming from Coldwell Banker. And then we have a Yammer group. So there is a link in here that you can click on there. There are Yammer groups for specific things, depending on by interest, but there is a main Yammer page where agents can go on there. You can say, hey, I'm new to Coldwell Banker, just wanted to say hi, introduce myself. It's a great way to get referrals and build that referral network by showing up, maybe even answering questions if people have questions about real estate in there. Next Available is a great program. We just launched it, I think about 4 or 5 months ago, but as I was saying, you have dedicated field marketing reps, but we are in the field. A lot of times we're driving or we're meeting with agents. If you have a question on any of the tiles on desk, or maybe you have a quick question about Instagram or something marketing related, you can go to the Next Available Appointment tile, click on there, and set up a 20-minute meeting with a field marketing specialist. Now, that specialist may not be in your area. They might be in California and you're in Florida. We all know the same thing. We all work with the same tools. We're all experienced and knowledgeable on marketing. So if you need something right away, go ahead and use that. You can sign up for, again, a 20-minute solution-oriented appointment on tiles or basic marketing help. And then if you don't get everything done in that 20 minutes, then at least they can point you in the right direction. Or maybe you have the next steps is meeting with your field marketing specialist. Here are some more resources. We have a agent marketing plan that was done by Coldwell Banker Realty. Even though it's July, almost over July, you can still use this. It's very helpful. It's going to show you different social media posts and email campaigns. It's a marketing plan that you can use bits and pieces of. It's a great thing to start to look at, to start building the rest of the year that you want to market yourself. The link is in here, I believe. Yes, so that will be sent out. You can click there. If for some reason you can't find that marketing plan, reach out to your field marketing specialist and we can send that to you. There's also a link to a Coldwell Banker email signature generator. If you want to check out some of the pieces that Design Concierge has designed, their portfolio is also in here. Lots of great, beautiful pieces that they've created for our agents. If you need Microsoft support, there's a link there. Moxie Resource Center, I can tell you, you will have questions with Moxie. The support online is fantastic. They have every single question ever asked. If something's not working or you're not sure about something, check their website, support.moxieworks.com, and you're most likely going to find the answer there. If not, obviously your field marketing specialist is there to help you out. If you need to submit a help desk ticket, remember, we had that little blue circle on the bottom of your desk. You can click there, or there's a link in here, or you can email help@coldwellbanker.com. That's another way that you can reach IT. Before you have a question on that, or before you reach out to them, you may want to ask your office administrator or your SSA, because it might be something they can help you with. It might also be something that your field marketing specialist can help you out with. And then there's a link here to that next available appointment. There is the desk tile, or you can go to nextavailableappointment.com, and that will take you to the scheduler where you can set that up. So I know that we went kind of quickly through this. It's 45 minutes. Again, a bird's eye view of everything. This is just meant to wet your whistle and show you the different tools that we have. And maybe you're thinking, okay, now I have a better idea of where I should go next, what I should do. Maybe you found a tile there that you were interested in learning more about. But I will say, I would start, if any of the tools, I would start with that MoxieWorks tile. We have tons of classes online for that. And we have different level classes, and we also have tons of field marketing specialists that can help you. There's a QR code on the right-hand side if you want to scan that. We have a survey that you can fill out that better helps us change the class if we need to, slow it down, speed it up. Your feedback is invaluable, so we'd appreciate if you would go ahead and take that survey. I'm going to unshare my screen and see what kind of questions that we have. And this isn't meant to overwhelm you. I know we covered a lot and you're new and you have so many things that you have to learn here. Just take it in pieces. Your field marketing specialist, we're always around. We always answer questions. No question is silly. If you have to ask it more than once, that's fine. We're throwing a lot at you, and we definitely don't want you to be overwhelmed. So any questions, always feel free to reach out to your field marketing specialist. Let's look if there's any questions. I'm looking at the transcript. I think Leslie got them all. Does anybody have questions that you want to raise your hand or come off mute while we're on? Hopefully the silence isn't everybody just overwhelmed.
Hi, good afternoon. I have a quick question. They told me that I could look up, I need to change my profile picture in MoxieWorks icon, but for some reason I can't find, I think it's called the something manager, prospect manager.
Okay, so you're going to want to come. Oh, you know what? I'm not sharing my screen. Hang on. Let me share my screen again real quick.
Okay.
So
thank you.
Moxie is pulling information from here, that picture.
Okay.
So you want to
Right,
make sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you want to make sure if you change your profile picture, whatever is in here is going to show up in MoxieWorks. And if you change it and put it in here, you got to give it about 24 hours to update in Moxie.
Yes, I have given it more than 24 hours and
Okay.
it hasn't updated.
Okay, yep, and that happens too sometimes. So what you'll want to do is go to support.moxieworks.com and
Okay.
submit a ticket.
Okay, perfect.
That's happened before. Sometimes they just need to reset it, and it's a really simple fix, and they'll get that done for you quickly.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Any other questions? I'm on desk if you guys want to. Any questions on desk?
I have a quick question about the Moxie website, my website.
What's your question?
So I set it up, and I just put in Michelle Parent, when it says just to enter, like, you know, how you would find the website and have a special name or anything like that. But now that it's up and running, what is the link to find the website? Like, I'll put my name in Google and I can't seem to get it to come up.
Yeah, so a couple of things I'll show you, and for the most part, this class is over. But if you want to stay on, I'm going to show her. I'm going to show you what she's talking about here. So when you go to MoxieWorks, and what's going to happen is when you first open MoxieWorks. Ooh, hello, Kelly. You're going to have to enter something to create. You're going to say it's an agent website, and then step 2 is enter like a prefix. I tell people put your first name, last name all together. This is your default domain. So what you would see up here is your first name, last name .cbmoxiesites.com. It's pretty long. That would be your website. So what we recommend doing is going to GoDaddy, which is a domain provider, and purchasing, you can get 2 years for $20, purchasing a vanity domain. And they talk about this in the Moxie 101 class, but let's say Kelly Wilson just started her website and her default domain is kellywilson.cbmoxie.sites.com. Because it needs a default, it needs something to go through the process of setting the website up. You would go to GoDaddy, and she could put in kellywilson.com, kellywilsonhomes.com. I always tell agents, buy your name domain, buy your first name, last name.com, because anytime someone's searching you online, if they put your name in there, chances are your website's going to pop up. And then on your business card, you're going to have kellywilson.com. It's a lot easier to put that on a business card. It's a lot easier to tell somebody your website when it's kellywilson.com versus kellywilson.cbmoxie.sites.com. So I know that was a little bit bigger of an answer than you asked, but does that make sense? Did I answer your question?
Thanks, Stacy. Yeah, that's
Okay.
great. Thank you very much.
Okay. And if you need
I
help,
have a
yeah, just one sec. If you need help with the whole GoDaddy and getting a domain, have any questions on that, definitely email your field marketing specialist. We've done this hundreds of times, so we can definitely help you out because there are some words that you have to stay away from. You cannot have Kelly Wilson Real Estate. You cannot have Kelly Wilson LLC. These are by the board. There are some terms that you cannot have as your domain name. So before you purchase that, just make sure you've met with your field marketing specialist or ran it by them so you don't have to purchase another one.
Great.
I have a
Oh,
follow-up
yeah.
question.
Go ahead.
And part of it you just answered, because I have a long, complicated German name. So I actually had created a DBA and purchased the domain for the DBA, but I do have real estate in there. So I may have to, I guess, change that. But my question is, would you be linking it to your name or to the DBA? And the DBA has the town I live in included as well as real estate. So kind of not sure because I'm not very social media savvy and website savvy.
Yeah. Okay. So two separate things. When you have your, first of all, if you've already purchased something with a term in it that is not good, that's okay because we can still put it in the back end. And so if anybody were to Google your name or realtor, that's in the back end. So it's not showing out top. You're not going against regulations, but at least you didn't waste that $20. There's a way that we put it in the back end so it will be seen, your website will come up. That's that you can talk about that with your field marketing specialist. You had another question though with your DBA.
Yeah, I mean, my DBA is Enjoy Sedona Real Estate, and my name is Wiebke Vanna Borchert. So my PLLC is my full name, and then the DBA is Enjoy Sedona Real Estate. And I was going to use the DBA for the website because I would assume people rather look for Sedona Real Estate versus me, kind of to start with at least.
Yeah, that might be okay. Enjoy Sedona
Okay.
Real Estate.com might be okay, even though it says real estate, it's not implying that you are your own company, but I would definitely double check with your broker, your branch manager, or your state boards. Double check with that because you might be okay because it was Sally Smith Real Estate. That sounds like that's her company. Enjoy
Okay,
Sedona Real
thank
Estate
you.
doesn't. So that you might have a little loophole with that.
Okay, thank you very much. This was
Yeah.
a very helpful class. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I wanted to point out, thank you, Jenny Burnett. That's a great point. When you go to GoDaddy to buy that domain name, you do not need to buy anything else. They will try to sell you everything, marketing services, a website. You should not be paying more than $20 for 2 years. If you want to get that domain name for 2 years, that's about $20. Make sure that you don't hit anything because they're gonna sneak it in there. So all you need is the domain name. That's all you need to purchase, not the website. Your Moxie WordPress is your website. So you don't have to worry about hosting or anything like that, just the domain name.
Hi, I had a question on the, when you were on the resources slide and it had different, topics that you could get help with, how did you get to that particular slide? That one? How did you get to the resources slide?
I have a presentation that I'm sharing with you on
Oh.
here. Yeah, but we can send this out.
Okay. Yeah, Leslie answered that, that you were going to send all the slides and stuff out. It just thought there was a quick way because I would want all of those questions answered. And I just thought there might be a quick way just to get to resources with all those on there.
Yeah, well, it's just it's a full slide and these are, there's links in here. So I think
Okay.
even if I copied and pasted it in the chat, I don't think the links would still be live.
Right, they would not. Okay,
Mhm.
got it. Thank you.
Mhm. Trying to think of any other thing. Any other questions?
I guess I may use the opportunity then again. So I have all my websites, or my domains, not that I use them, but I have all my domains with Ionos. I assume that you just refer to GoDaddy because that's another opportunity to buy websites and domain names.
Yeah, did you already purchase domain names somewhere else?
Yeah, with Ionos.
Oh.
They used to be 1&1, I guess, or maybe even at some point GoDaddy, and so I had purchased my name and some other ideas previously, so I have them all with them. But of course, I did buy a website hosting as well because
Well,
I didn't know.
Yeah, well, that's okay. You can stay with that provider. You don't have to use GoDaddy. GoDaddy is so popular, a lot of people know that name. We can still help you connect your domain names. If you have multiple, you'll have one primary, but then all of those other domain names that you purchased will be underneath there. So anytime that they go to any of those, it'll go to your Moxie website. If you purchased a website through that provider, you might just want to use it as a landing page or use one of those domain names for that, and just have it as another landing spot, or have links to your Moxie website on there. So if maybe it's a bio page or a community page, it can say, visit this site, and they can go over to your Moxie site.
Okay, thank you very much. Really appreciate you giving additional guidance.
Yeah, of course. You're welcome.
Real quick, Stacy, you want to enlarge your screen that we're using for Teams and show them how to go to the Yammer page, or it's now called Viva Engage, I believe.
Oh,
you know
yeah, okay. Let me just see if this is it.
So just the Yammer pages, there's a lot of different, they call them communities, and there's a CB community on that page, and you can join that community and meet other agents and talk. You want to put that link in there? Maybe they could click through on that link, Stacy.
Yeah. I'm going to paste this in the chat for everybody. Oops. So you can see there's people, she's introducing herself. She's excited to join. It's just another place for you to have your name and picture and information, sharing information with other people, other agents. It's a great resource page.
All right, guys. So we will email out this later this evening. We'll email out the presentation as well as the recording. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Stacy, we appreciate it. Nice job.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, ladies.
Have a great one. I'll stay on for a little bit if anybody has questions.
All right, I'm gonna leave, Stacy.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Stacy. This is Tanya. I'm from Clearwater area. I jumped on from where it says just